Hey guys, Tuner Marine here. And really quick, there's not really a whole ton to say for me personally on this, but I want to talk about other branches. People kind of want to know my opinion on them. Um, and I think all the other branches are very important, very vital, and they do their specific jobs well. Um, I don't think joining any of the branches necessarily makes you less of a person, which I've heard described, versus joining the Marine Corps. Although, I don't think it actually does, but people will make fun of you for, say, joining the Air Force instead of joining the Marine Corps. And there really is nothing wrong with it, joining the Air Force instead. But people are going to harass you about it. It's just what happens. The Coast Guard, they do a lot of good work. They do, especially like down in the South, like the Gulf area. A couple of my friends actually are they're officers in the Coast Guard, and they do a lot of the drug, interception. They'll go on with their MP5s on the drug dealers' boats that are trying to smuggle drugs here, and they'll take out the dealers and the guys guarding those boats. And so it's some dangerous work that you can run into as Coast Guard. You also get the guys that do the rescues in the crazy stormy ass waters, and they dive in, or they'll go in with the helicopters. They'll bring their boats into some shitty stuff, and so it can be some tough work. There's no doubt about it. And then for my job, I interact with them pretty frequently, and a lot of them, they go and they clear all the vessels that come into the States from outside the country. They clear all of them, and they do what they can to ensure that nobody's smuggling shit, things like that. And so it's good work. It really is. Again, if you do like an administrative job in it, I'm going to harass the shit out of you, just because I think administrative stuff should be done by civilians, but, that's just me. But if you're out there actually fucking kicking in doors, you're boarding other ships, and you're taking down fuckers running drugs, and by all means, you got a good job. The Air Force, my brother's actually in the Air Force, and the Air Force does good stuff. I prefer Marine Corps pilots over it. That's just because I prefer the presence of Marines over other branches. But the Air Force does a lot of good work. You can find a lot of videos of them bombing the living shit out of people. And they're very good at what they do. I don't necessarily like how the Air Force is set up. They're a lot more relaxed than the Marine Corps is, which obviously works. They get the job done. To me, it's just weird to be a military branch and just kind of operate how they do. It's just, I don't know. But to each their own. It is what it is. The Navy is has been around for ages. They command the seas in the world, and they do a very good job of it. You do not want to get on the opposing side of our Navy out in the ocean, and they'll fuck your shit up. Their pilots are very, very good as well. Those guys know what they're doing, and the rest of their crews, freaking, they work hard. Being stuck on ship for a long time can drive you crazy, and so they have a tough job. And of course, there's the SEALs. Everybody knows who the SEALs are, but I don't really consider them Navy necessarily, because they're definitely their own breed. But the Navy led the way, man. Those guys were responsible for winning the Pacific in World War II. They've just dominated since. They got hit really good at Pearl Harbor, and then from there they didn't take shit from anybody. It's good stuff. And in the Army, I think the Army does great. I think they have a lot of guys that are a little lackluster, but you're going to get that when you bring in so many people. The Army has a ton of people. I don't remember their exact numbers, but I want to say it was like 1 million people in the Army overall throughout the U.S., which to me is just insane, because the Marine Corps is cutting back. The Marine Corps, I think, will be at 180,000 by the time they get finished cutting back. And the Army, has, if they're at 1 million, they got 5 times more people, and it's just crazy to me. So you're going to get people that are not quite up to your standards, but they're grunt units. They're line companies, the Rangers, Airborne, all those guys. do their jobs very, very well. They take fire and they return it without hesitation. I have quite a few good friends who are in the Army, who were in the Army, and they did good shit. They really did. You got to read about the there was a soldier who just received the Medal of Honor here very recently from the president, and he I'll try to find his citation. Maybe I'll do a video on it. But he went through some shit. He was a tough dude, tell you what. And I think an Army captain who actually helped keep Dakota Meyer going, the Marine who won the Medal of Honor, who received. It's not, I don't know why I said won, but because it's not a contest. And anyway, he is going to be receiving the Medal of Honor as well, which is fucking excellent. And you'll have to read his citation whenever they announce it. But he definitely did good shit too. So the Army, it's all good. You're gonna get shitty ass soldiers, and that's all there is to it. But when it comes down to the guys that are actually down there fighting, they can fight with the best of them. So yeah, I think I covered all the branches there. It's good shit. You're gonna have your rivalries, and people are gonna talk shit both ways, and what can you do? But in the end, we're all in the same fight, and we're all taking it to whoever wants to try to jack our shit up. So in the end, you gotta love them. All right, guys, appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time. Semper Fi.